Hello, and welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Michelle. I am your emotional resilience coach, and I am so excited that you are with me today. It is exciting times. I'm really passionate and excited about growing my business and teaching you tools and skills and ways and means on how to heal and just lean into the journey and the process of that. It is a very beautiful, if we allow it to be, sacred experience that we go through in learning to heal and find and discover the people we are beneath all the pain. That person, wow, you're going to be so happy when you meet her or him, because that person is beyond your wildest imaginings. That person is just incredible, full of joy and life and love and purpose, and it is an exciting experience. All right, so for those of you who don't know, I have a book on Amazon. Please go and check it out and leave me a review on Amazon. It is called Who Are You Beneath the Pain? I just told you who you are, but this is something you need to discover and learn for yourself. This is a journey of healing. This is a book I wrote having come from a place of despair. I am someone who has twice in her life seriously contemplated taking my own life, not because I didn't want to necessarily live anymore. It was more about I didn't know how to deal with the overwhelming pain and suffering that I was in. The second time that I went through this, I was in absolute darkness. I had a complete emotional breakdown, and I, outside of that, found my way up and out, and these are some of the tools that I share with you. And today, this is one I have discussed before, but I'm going to quote a little bit from my book, Who Are You Beneath the Pain? And we are going to talk about journaling. Why do we journal? Why do we write it out? Right, I brought some of my books that you can see. I've got some here. I've got this one. I've got this one. I have so many books and journals. Somebody who was not writing very much down 2 years ago, I have found the absolute joy and passion and privilege and breakthroughs that happens in writing down our thoughts. You can see that I get given gifts of journals and books, and I have lots and lots of little A4 things around when sometimes I do little brain dumps. Yeah, it is a really exciting thing that I do. So today we're going to discuss a little bit about this. Now, in the beginning, I was really skeptical. I thought, really? And it felt like too much work. I didn't want to do it, and I was tired, and where was I going to find the time and the energy? And as our brains do, I had so many excuses around why I couldn't do it, or why I shouldn't do it, or something along those lines, right? This was something that I really, really struggled with. But when I started getting into it, I found that it is amazing. It reveals so much to us. We find out so much that is hiding from us, that we have hidden so deep down inside, that is actually just so good in understanding who we are, building a relationship with ourselves, having those moments of inspiration and those, okay, I get it moments, right? Things that we've forgotten, things that are hiding, they're all down there. And writing is an incredible way of working through it, bringing through some clarity, opening ourselves up to questioning some of our thoughts and our beliefs. How can we question it if we don't know what it is that we believe? It is a beautiful way of detangling a lot of the jumbled chaos that is stored in our brain. All right, again, I say this often, but I'm going to repeat it. This is not about judging ourselves. This is not about fighting with ourselves. This is all part of the human experience, but there are ways and means that we can tap into it that can really, really help us work through it and get to the other side. Okay, so some of the things I say in my book is there's always so much to process. This experience helps us, as I said, to declutter and tangle what is going on for us. It allows us to connect with our thoughts, our feelings, and ourselves in a way that we may not be able to achieve in any other way. We allow ourselves the space to be honest and to get to know ourselves more intimately. What makes us tick? Have you ever asked yourself that? What makes me tick, right? What triggers us? Have you asked yourself that? What triggers me? What beliefs are we holding onto that are not our own? There are so many that I discovered that is something that I just believed, I just accepted, I just took it as face value, but it wasn't true, right? This is something that didn't actually resonate with me, but it was something that I did because it was what was taught, it was what was accepted. What thoughts and ideas have been passed down from generation to generation that don't actually make sense, but we believe them because doesn't everybody? Often our opposition is our own limiting beliefs about how can we question them if we are not even aware that they are or what is there? It may seem like growth is slow and laborious, which is why I certainly did not want to write anything down. I was all about the quick fix. But this happens to all of us, so stick it out. To get to what is hidden so deep, write it out. To change the story, we need to know what the story actually is. Be consistent in writing down, and eventually things will just flow out. So this is not for anybody to read. You don't have to worry about that. You are more than happy. I've done this a few times. As I said, sometimes I've got these little jotter books, scrap papers, that sort of thing. Do a brain dump, write it out, get all the confusing thoughts and feelings out, and then afterwards you can rip it up or burn it or discard it somewhere. It doesn't matter if it makes sense or if it doesn't make sense. It's not an essay, it's not a thesis, it's not for anybody but for you to process and get out that which is troubling you, that which is stuck, that which you're trying to make sense of, that which is causing overwhelm, confusion, brain fog. There's so much going on in our brains because we have so many thoughts. And what often happens is because such a large percentage of our thoughts are just repeat thoughts from the day before and repeat thoughts, we eventually just stop questioning them and we just accept them as is. And then when we write them down and we read aloud back to ourselves some of what we've written down, it seems a little bit crazy, a little bit irrational, a little bit like, huh? Where did that come from? Where did that thought come from? Where did that belief come from? Okay? So this is something that we want to do. This is something we want to be onto ourselves about. Be curious, ask yourself some good questions. I've thrown some for you to just get you started, but these questions are just a catalyst to help you ask yourself deeper, better, greater questions to really get to the root at what is going on with you. Write down whatever comes to you, just as you would be curious about a friend you've just made. You are trying to discover things about you, which is what is actually so very exciting. Viktor Frankl, who was an author, he wrote Man's Search for Meaning. He said that when we are no longer able to change the situation, we change ourselves. But to do this, we need to come back to ourselves and really get to know ourselves. Really just sit down with a pen and paper and figure some things out. So some of the things that I have written about that maybe will help you is get some music, right? Put something on that's gentle, put something on that's calming and soothing, and give yourself the space to just write and just do a bit of free flow. Give yourself the space, give your pain the space to kind of figure out what it is that is going on with you. Again, I've done past videos, drop the judgment. It's not good, it's not bad, it just is. What is it? That knowledge gives us leverage to move forward and through. So figure these things out, get yourself a journal, sit down, take a deep breath, and just start writing. Write about the now. Write about your day. Write about the things that happened, how you feel, how things transpired, how you reacted, how you responded. Were you triggered? Weren't you triggered? Just start writing about the now. And as you write about the now, you will find comfort in eventually digging up things from the past. And you will find that a lot about what you're writing about now, you will find that things that are bugging you, that are triggering you, you can link to things in your past. But it is a journey, it is a process, it is something that you have to just be patient with and accept that it is going to take some time. So take a deep breath with me. And out. Realize that you're doing an incredible job. Love and accept yourself in this moment. Tell yourself you're doing an incredible stuff right now. Hard work is exactly that. It is hard. It is difficult. It is sticky. It is messy. It just doesn't always feel great. But it's the not feeling great that helps us know and see where it is we need to learn and grow. All right, you are doing better than you realize. You truly are. Please don't forget to come over to the Emotional Resilience Coach on Instagram. Say hey to me there. Come and send me a DM if there are any questions you want, anything you want more clarity on, more understanding on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, the notifications button, and come on over to Amazon. Don't forget to get my book and leave me a review. I would greatly appreciate it. Have a most empowered day.